Erica, you little troll. So, so everybody told me that I should check out Wynwood in Florida. And yeah, this is funny. I traveled 1,200 miles away from New York, and somehow you comment section trolls managed to find me the Bushwick of Florida. So this space over here is not horrible. It's like $5,800. So, but this is $5,800. So this is smaller than what I have now. They claim that this is 1,800 square feet, but let's face it, if I were to whip out the Bosch, we're probably looking at closer to 1,500. So this is, now again, my space is 12,500. So this is less than half the price, but it's also smaller. And yeah, you don't really get much in terms of parking over here, because this is one of those, again, it's kind of like New York in that there's no parking anywhere for anything. You have, I don't know, this is kind of friendly graffiti over there, I'd say. It's kind of like friendly graffiti, but at this, it really does have a Bushwick feel to it for anybody who has moved to New York and went to Bushwick because they could not afford Williamsburg. Williamsburg has not been affordable for about 14 or 15 years now. It's like 15 years ago that Williamsburg started to become ridiculous. And the funny thing is that now Bushwick is at a point where, I shit you not, if I wanted to rent a store in Bushwick, I would be paying more money there than I actually do for my store in Manhattan, because it's kind of gone full crazy there. And I'm kind of curious if this neighborhood's going to go in that direction. You have a big umbrella, Erica?
You want an umbrella?
I need to get something where I could hold both cameras easily. And then I'd be able to hold an umbrella. Let's see. I'm going to try to figure out if I can balance having two cameras and an umbrella. I don't know how this is going to work. Actually, no, I'll just get soaked. So, yeah, like the paint, well, the paint on that building over there kind of has a bit of a Bushwick feel to it. Like the paintings on the side of the buildings have a bit of a Bushwick feel to it. Let's walk around a little bit. Just get a feel for the neighborhood. Is that Wynwood? Yes, this is Wynwood. I think it's so funny. I traveled 1,200 miles away from New York, and the location that my chat gets me to go to is version 2.
I'll let him know.
Let's see. Yes, Wynwood is a gentrified art district similar to Williamsburg hipsters. Yeah. Those things are kind of cool over there. There's modern art everywhere. Verizon has sucked throughout Miami, throughout the entire area. So in Jacksonville and Orlando and Tampa, Verizon was in Fort Lauderdale. Verizon was decent, but for Miami, it's horrible. So a lot of the times you have one inexcusable that for like 93 or 100 that an established company be this horrible in a major metropolitan area. How'd you come to Florida and end up in New York? Well, as I followed the trolls in my comment section who said you should move to. Listen, I don't think it's not, you know, I don't find it to be a bad area at all. It's just, where's Erica? Erica! Erica's back there. Someone said, how did you come to Florida and then end up in New York, says Tom Allen. No, but seriously, Erica, have I ever taken you to Bushwick?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is like, you want to be at New York, but you don't want to travel to New York. You probably don't want the shoes stolen off your feet. That just happened recently in the Bronx in a bodega. With, if you look at my community post, you'll see the news article. So some guy had his feet while he was inside of a store. Oh yeah.
Mexican restaurant? No, must keep low carb. I love Mexican food so much though. Oh man. Thank you. How you doing?
Hey, how about this? Orly.
Cushman and Wakefield. Let's see. What do we have inside? Oh.
Let me scan it.
Large space. All
Let me scan it.
It has a fancy sign, so it's going to be expensive, Erica. If they have a logo and a fancy font,
Hold on,
fear the font. You scanned it.
Yeah, but I want to read it. I want to read it with you. I don't want to just like move away from
What does it say?
it. Hold on. 3,200 square feet.
That's 1,500 at best. 1,500 at best.
They don't tell the price.
It's Verizon. There's not much you can do about it. Your phone's not going to do better. If you live stream to YouTube, you'll see that it looks just as bad with you as it does for me.
Yeah, there's no price.
You'll see. I've used it with Verizon, with T-Mobile, Sprint. It doesn't matter. YouTube live streaming from a cell phone will always suck. Like it genuinely does. Try it on your cell phone. You'll see. So you like just live stream to your YouTube account, and you'll see with your like flagship S21 on your unlimited data, and it'll look like a potato. It'll always look like shit. That's one thing that Apple's got down pat. I don't know what it is, but the YouTube app on the iPhone actually it gets considerably better. The live streams don't suck. Is Myra Wexler the one that went to stab someone and then the cop shot her right before she got the stabbing in? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I have no idea.
Can you Google? Because I'm curious. Never mind, I have chat. Chat will win. Chat, is Myra Wexler the one that was in Columbus, Ohio, where she was about to stab the guy? Okay, I'm thinking of somebody else then. My mistake. I apologize. I'm not good with names. I've been calling Vinieras Erica and Erica Viniero while I was here. That was Michaela Bryant. Okay, my bad. My apologies. I mixed it up. Leasing inquiries, another one. Okay, this is a lot of space right here. But they're going to want like $15K for this because they have this illusion that this is an up-and-coming neighborhood.
Yeah, they're going to want at least 3. Also, look at the bicycle racks. This looks fancy.
Yeah, this is gentrified city. Oh, look at this gentrification right here. Look at the graffiti on the sign. You know, this is like 10 years from now, this is going to be just like Bushwick. And remember when there was that guy that got up on top of the table and said, "White people get out of the restaurants"? You know, we don't want white restaurants here or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
This is me purely probably being an asshole.
The guy was white though, if I remember.
I know, yes, he was. Yes, he was. But like, this strikes me as it's just a feeling. It's a gut thing. But I feel like in 10 years, this will be right where we are right now.
Yeah, probably. Because
Like,
you'll have people from New York coming over here and
this is not education. This is not research. This is not me being smart. This is just pure pattern recognition. Like, I'm just looking at the fact that you have what seems to be a bunch of poor little buildings right next to a bunch of really, really fancy schmancy, highly expensive apartment buildings, and this. And it's like this. Eric wants me to look at the sky, so you see the sky. Yeah, the building. And it looks like a storm is coming. I don't know if you're being is that a figurative or literal, but yeah. I guess if you want to be in an area that's somewhat busy, that has something going on, you're always going to be in an area where there's potential for conflicts and aggravation. But this just seems like a repeat. Like, these all appear to be buildings that I can't afford to live in, that normal people can't afford to live in. But it's a neighborhood filled with normal people, so that's just going to be a bunch of conflict that eventually bubbles over into resentment, that bubbles over into conflict, that then bubbles over into the city that I currently live in. Now you have a bunch of wind because the LG V60 phone does not allow you to plug a microphone into it without derping the sound quality. Unlike every other Android phone I've ever used in my life, this is the only Android phone where if you plug a microphone into the 3.5mm jack, it nerfs the sound quality of it so bad. It sounds worse than like Bluetooth compression, like bad Bluetooth compression. So, I like how Erica puts the umbrella down right as it starts raining harder.
We're gonna go in the shade.
Troll.
Look at this apartment.
Now leasing. Yeah, but like, go to this website, Erica. Can someone go to this website and chat and tell me how expensive this is? Winwood25.com. Is this a place that people in my chat could afford to live? Or is this a place that's designed to be vacant or rented to drug dealers? One sec. Let's see if...
Face that way. Look at the lobby.
Can somebody Google this? No, wait, stop that. Can someone go to winwood25.com and tell me the price of an apartment here? Eric is being a troll.
I'm not being a troll. I'm just trying to point something out. Look, if you got these influencer-looking people over here, you know it's going to be
Oh my
expensive.
God.
That looks like a rip-off of Kylie Jenner right there.
I don't want any of these people as my neighbors.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be cheap.
$1,700 a month studio, Erica. Studio. How big is the studio? How many square feet? Give me square footage. 487 square feet for $1,700.
Look how fast
Get the fuck out of here!
Look at that. So when you take a selfie, you got Miami behind you.
Oh, suck my dick, New York version 2. Look, this is New York with storms. Look, you have New York with storms. Glad to know about my...
It's storming like crazy.
Artsy vibe and industrial aesthetic. Yeah, that's Bushwick. Man. New York plus storm.
Yeah, it's really raining. But what are you doing? It's super raining. We should wait here for like 10-15 minutes. Did you hear me? We should wait here 10-15 minutes. Yeah, we should wait here 10-15 minutes.
It's kind of like a notification on your phone that you have to swipe in order for it to go.
No, I'm telling you. I'm not. Because you look like you want to go right now, but I'm just letting you know, like, you should wait a little bit.
This is where the poor artists used to live until we put a Starbucks here, and now even they can't afford to live here. Yeah. Any interest in Arkansas? I don't think so. Not at this time. So the last time it rained, I noticed that it stopped raining the moment that I got out of the car and went into the store. JP said it stops raining 5 minutes after you get out of the car and go into the store and after you've been soaked.
You hear the thunder or the lightning?
Is the thunder and the lightning? I have that shitty song stuck in my head now. MB is Frenchie is having the proper post office experience.
Why don't you take it towards yourself? What, you want me to hold the umbrella for you? Here, you want to use the camera towards yourself?
Like a deer in the headlights.
Face the camera towards yourself.
Why?
So they can see you.
They want to see you.
No, they want to see you. Face the camera towards yourself. People are looking for you, not for me. There you go. Oh, come on now. People are tuning into it to see you.
What's 18 times 45?
I don't know. What am I doing about technology? I'm at 1% battery.
I get your battery in the car.
18 times 45?
Yeah.
810. 810. No, this is my phone. See? I cracked my screen so I got packing tape in the phone. I wish there was a place where we could sit.
Florida weather is great for liquid damage, Erica says. Maybe this is their way of getting us to move into this apartment complex.
What?
1,700 for a studio. Erica is guiding us into the rain with no umbrella. Note how Erica is carrying 2 umbrellas in the rain, and neither of them are open. Sometimes Erica is an amusing troll. I gave her a better umbrella though. I gave her one that's not broken and bigger, and it's also lighter.
But it's all wet. It's all wet. I think it's pretty much clear. You want to head back? You want to walk back?
Yeah,
Up to you. What do you want to do?
let's head back to the view.
Here's your umbrella. Open it.
Whoa, this is a Mary Poppins umbrella. I could jump off a building with this. Flagship retail for lease. There's a lot more for lease here than what showed up in my app, but that's because I had it down on less than $35 a square foot, because I don't believe that anything here is going to be worth more than that. Oh, never mind, they covered the window. They're probably doing construction without a permit, so they covered the window with paper most likely, to avoid having to deal with the city. Now that really makes me homesick. Alright, ending your stream.